Welcome back to live coverage of the Corona Open J-Bay opening round. In really good conditions, that wind just puffs offshore. We'll pick up live action of Callum Robson coming into this number 8 in the world. It's an all-rookie clash right now in the water. Robson just giving it big energy and big turns. Momentum still down the line. A little shampoo from him, hangs on and completes the finish. And in to talk you through it, joining myself, Paul Evans. Made that final in Rio, and what an incredible event that was for all sorts of reasons. Energy through the roof, a big performance from that young man. As we will pick up live action right here. He goes out of San Diego, California, Jake Marshall, smooth off the bottom, and he will just maintain that quiet body through these transitions, nice and sharp, as he looks just to work that rail, cruising down the line. Marshall again, another snap from him. That offshore wind just puffing up that spray and adding to a really beautiful scene to look at, stand on this point and just witness this go down on the inside, pulling in Marshall. It's such a good surf forecast.
So great as you see Jake on this wave. I love that deep bottom turn that he's able to utilize a lot of the rail on that turn. See him kind of touch the wall of the wave as he goes into that bottom turn again, swooping through a few maneuvers here on the inside. And then Samuel Pupo just behind him. I love the way that this offshore wind is really accentuating the spray from the surfers. Beautiful to watch this kind of angle with both of them kind of cruising through Jake.
And he'll get deep on that. Meanwhile, right behind him, Pupo gets some tube time of his own. Hammer through the lip. Really aggressive from him on the front foot again. Just slicing down from the lip. And a technical finish to take on the lip and get down ahead of it. What a great exchange.
Caught behind there, Sammy looking for some coverage, doesn't get particularly deep. And then lays into that maneuver right there. That was so fun to see that bit of aggression. I love the way, this section at Jeffreys Bay really starts to stand up and those surfers can really utilize that bit of power.
Knowing this wave, as you do, Rosie, just see some of those tube sections open up. There seems to be a bit of a choice for our surfers, whether to pull in and commit to getting deep in the barrel, whether to keep hammering away. Meanwhile, in live action, here goes Callum Robson. He'll have to deal with a couple of sections shutting down before he gets a chance to just push. Whiteboard just grabs his board a touch, tags the lip hard and a little off balance. So he will not add loads of points to his total then. He'll also see paddlers go past him to snaffle priority.
Yeah, I knew about that, but I actually, for some reason, this contest, I just feel like I haven't really been a part of it that much, or like in terms of like numbers and stuff. I usually love that kind of stuff and get technical, and it kind of fires me up. But yeah, in a way, like I don't really care this contest, and I just really want to do my show the best version of myself every day.
Would have been disappointed not to be in that finals day last year. Let's see how he goes this year. It's going to be really entertaining to watch, as is the continual rise of this man, Callum Robson. Big roundhouse whip in the pocket from him. Really powerful bottom turn, just slightly over exit as he goes into the lip. A touch late, getting a little release on the tail. And another mistake for Callum. Welcome back to live coverage of the Corona Open J-Bay. Beautiful lines bending in to this majestic point break setup on the Eastern Cape of South Africa. And up and riding with a spring in his step, Jake Marshall using his priority as he'll swoop down from the bottom. Beautiful carve from him. Just keeps that body positioning textbook, and unfortunately a relatively short ride, doesn't get that section to run through and across here at Super Tubes. It's a little down by the fact that it didn't get loads done, but nevertheless looking very crisp, Rosie.
Very crisp. I love this angle, just seeing all the rail work done, holding that rail for a long time, gets low, touches the wave face, straight up into it. So two-turn combo. It's unfortunate that he didn't get a little bit more opportunity after this section, but cool to see, that close-up look at the intricacies of his surfing.
It's like you're telescoping way down the line to kind of figure out your line and what you're going to do next. As we see a paddle up the top, and your heat leader, Pupo, coming off the back with a ton of confidence from a final in his home country and ripping a hard snap off the top in the lip, tags it really hard. That offshore, again, just accentuating the spray. Now going on a little speed run here. He'll wait patiently to throw in a nice gouging turn in a pocket, negotiate a sharp exit. Really well done.
Yeah, man, Sammy is so fun to watch at this wave. I love the anticipation of seeing how rookies handle a new location on tour. Pipeline had some of the best waves we've seen all year. Sammy showed up in a big way. Now here at J-Bay, we're seeing perfect surf. These are a couple of turns that he's able to get off here. Just so fun to watch the way that he just attacks that lip. A lot of spray thrown. His center of gravity over his surfboard is just so good. You can tell that he's over that stringer, over that surfboard, always in full control. Kind of goes for that lip line layback. The lip line for a little float, but cool read on that wave.
All right, we've got more live action right now. Here goes Jake Marshall, coiled spring off the bottom and just loosens it up off the rail as well. A different line, just opening up the arc. Compresses again into the bottom turn. A little snapping carve maneuver, then takes on the lip. So a couple of nice waves with rhythm from Jake Marshall. Got another extra section there.
A lot of Kelly Slater fans will be lining up to see this heat unfold.
Coming up in just over 11 minutes time. In the meantime, Callum Robson ripping a hard turn and again almost loses the back foot but does well to regather. And that's a beautiful turn at speed from him. See him putting the arms up in front. Just kind of steering his path down the line here at J-Bay. He'll carve back into the pocket. This one's going to stand up really nicely through this steep section here. And very nicely done with speed and control. So after a couple of relative stumbles, a much better way for Callum Robson. Let's get another look here at Robson.
Yeah, Callum, so just watching him kind of telegraph down the line, you can tell he's a little bit out on the open face for that first turn. He kind of skips out on that lip line. Now he finds a better rhythm, a deeper bottom turn around that whitewater, making connection with that critical section. Gets low on the bottom turn, swooping through that maneuver there. Waits for this wave to stand up and, like I said, a lot better read from him. Watch how low he gets, just touching the wall of that wave. He stays so compressed. He's got such a low center of gravity when he really goes down to it. He's such a big guy. He's got a lot of strength in those quads and the core strength really to push through these maneuvers. So low, just a Curran-esque kind of bottom turn there. The way that he places his hand before he meets the top of the wave. Winding through the shoulders, touches the rail of that board.
Technical surfing rewarded by our panel. It's the highest number of the heat so far. And Pupo will use priority now. So Callum wanted that wave. And Pupo decided with just over 30 on the clock, that'll be me, thanks. Carves to slide for a first turn. Another one, just ripping down in the pocket. And it'll go into the lip. And again, just a little bit of release as he kind of squirrels out the back end of that turn. Quick snap from him. Again, down the line, on the rail and carve in, and he'll find himself through our hollow section. And he'll just negotiate a kick. It's an all-rookie affair that sees Samuel Pupo off the back of that blistering performance in Rio, making the final. He will take out that first heat. Robson and Marshall go to the elimination round.